It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, we've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And we've always known that Kawhi Leonard is an amazing defender, but we've seen him grow on the offensive end the past few seasons. Just how good can Leonard get as a scorer, Kenny?
Well, because of his ability to shoot the three now, and, that challenges, he could challenge for the scoring title. And, he has strong finishes inside.
He's the best player on the San Antonio Spurs team. Kudos to Popovich for saying, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, thank you, but Kawhi, you are the man now.
That's it for us here as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
The Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to the Houston Rockets. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. Well-seasoned teams coming into this one tonight, Clark. A lot of veterans on both sides. I know you think that's important for both teams.
Experience, Kevin, is invaluable, and you only get that from going through the wars time and time again. So veteran players are able to bring that on a night-to-night basis. And they understand the nuances and what it takes to prepare to be ready to play. And so the little things become the big things, and veterans understand that.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Dirk is the 4, with Noel manning the middle. Matthews out there with Farrell, and it's Cowens in at the 3.
Remarkable poise from Wesley Matthews. Looks like he's very comfortable shooting as soon as that ball hits his hand.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Well, Kevin, they haven't lost a game to this team in the season series, but he's still worried. He said, and I quote, "You can never take anyone for granted. Shot blocking inside gives us problems. I expect us to play hard and disciplined, but I expect the same from them as well." Kevin?
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
For sure. They have to be ready to adapt. The only way to break down this defense is to show them a lot of different looks.
And he's able to get it back.
And Gasol is a master at utilizing his strength inside, forcing the defense to become physical with him whenever he has the ball in deep.
And the second free throw, good. And head coach Rick Carlisle approaching a decade with the Dallas Mavericks, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah, and that's really remarkable in a profession marked by turnover. He's pretty much anchored in there. The Mavs organization smart enough to recognize they've got one of the best in the business in the NBA, but I would even say one of the best coaches in all of pro sports.
They grab their own miss. It's deflected.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Nowitzki, and it's Dallas with another.
And Nowitzki is money from the mid-range now. Like how high he keeps the ball. Really does a nice job of extending and keeping that ball away from the defense.
Now here's Leonard. 32 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And a wide open look for DJ. Another three for Dallas.
Gotta love seeing DJ square up from outside. He has a beautiful release on these long distance shots.
Gasol a screen. Now here's Mills, guarded closely. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Now here's Matthews. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And that one drops for him. Matthews has got 5 points so far.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Feeds it to Green. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's Farrell. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Cowens passes to Farrell. DJ sets the screen for Noel. 5 to shoot, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, Nerlens Noel made it pretty clear he was not happy with the logjam at the center position in Philly. Last season's trade cleared a path for him to show what he can do.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Noel has the mobility to defend 4s or 5s. The Sixers had tried him some at the power forward. But,
well,
you know, Clark, it really wasn't a fit.
No, it really was. I mean, he's a shot blocker and finisher first. I mean, you want him protecting the rim. It's clear this guy is a center.
Here's Farrell. DJ kicks to Matthews. The feed to DJ. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Aldridge following the score by Dallas. Yes, that goes in. Aldridge has got his first basket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
EJ passes to Farrell. Dishes it to Noel. Kicks it to DJ. Here's Farrell, covered by Mills. Green against Matthews. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Mills. 9 points last game. Gasol a screen. Mills dishes to Gasol. They get it back. Here's Aldridge, and the rejection by Noel.
Man, you can just see Noel's eyes light up when a shooter attempts these shots. He's so forceful and determined in his denials.
And the Spurs with some changes. Gay comes in for Pau Gasol, and Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. And Dallas with a change here too. Barnes is checked in. Now here's DJ. 20 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. Have never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I've paid my dues and have grown in this profession. And I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, one of the things I really enjoy is watching guys work on their game, and Noel has done that. Not only in becoming a lockdown post defender, but a dependable scorer, too.
A different look now for San Antonio. Laverne, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Anderson in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here's Parker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Barnes comes to help. Anderson against Barnes. Gay in the corner from downtown, and the three ball is good. Gay's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And Gay has become a viable threat from the perimeter. Feels like he can get his shot up over anyone from anywhere.
Now here's DJ. He has 5. Wells. Here's Smith, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes, and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Jeff Withy, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Now here's DJ. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. The shot by Wells, no good. Ginobili draws the double. Pass to Laverne. Back to Ginobili. Parker against Smith. Kicks it out to Gay. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. DJ number 1.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Greg, he's a fantastic facilitator. I mean, just makes everyone around him better with the willingness to play unselfishly. Well, it's been a great month for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And stolen by Barnes. Here's Cowens, finished off the break. DJ's got 7 points.
Not only does he have quick hands, but it's quick thinking that allows him to poke that ball away. DJ doing it on defense.
The dish now to Ginobili. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Anderson, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Now, here's DJ. 7 points in the game. Wells kicks to DJ. Dallas needs to get off a shot. For three, Smith. Another three for Dallas.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Here's Gay. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
I gotta admire that vision now. Like how DJ scans the floor in order to find the open man and does it well.
1:33 left in the first. Parker kicks to Anderson. Gay outside to the middle. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist from Gay.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Wells. He feeds it to Barnes. Withy kicks to Smith. He dishes it to DJ. Pass to Withy. The shot from 20 feet away. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Yeah, I like seeing Smith catch and fire. I mean, he's really good at getting in the lane off the dribble, but when he can catch and fire, that's even better.
Now here's Parker. And there's the pass to Gay. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DJ.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Now here's Wells. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Here's Parker. Gay can't get it to go.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Cowens. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DJ's got 9.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's Dallas delivering the blowout. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence, and that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is out there with Laverne. And it's Gay in at the small forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Warriors was a big factor. He scored 20 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. Another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him. Kevin, we'll see if he can keep it going tonight.
Thanks, David. It was a terrific game for him. They'll be looking for more of the same tonight.
And I'd be surprised if he doesn't give it to them. He's in a very good frame of mind right now.
Yeah, you know what? His attitude, his confidence, everything is posted up on positive, and he'll be looking to build on the work he did the last time out for sure.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Manu Ginobili on the wing. Anderson outside. It's Parker outside. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
While Parker does not take many threes, when he does, you just have a feeling it's going in.
Barnes outside. He kicks it to Curry. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Feeds it to DJ. Back to Curry. Dishes to Barnes. They get it again, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
dunk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, wow.
And Gay has incredible lift on these dunks. Tremendous at slamming it in when given room to fly.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Ginobili. The 11-footer. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Curry. Barnes has got his second basket.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
San Antonio calls timeout.
He played his college basketball at Duke.
Spurs trail by 21. Parker kicks to Leonard. The feed to Parker. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Back to Parker. Teardrop shot. Leonard with no one around. And it falls over the rim and in. Leonard's got 11 points. And Seth Curry, much more of a shooter than he is a passer.
We'll see if he can make the transition to point guard that his brother did. I mean, in the meantime, his 6'2" height leaves him something of a disadvantage against bigger shooting guards. But I tell you what, this young man is impressed with his ability to be a solid NBA guard.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Over DJ. And it's Leonard again missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Now, we've talked Barnes is athletic, he's strong, but he also has good bounce, so he gets up fast to ram it home.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. From 15 feet away, and again it's Kawhi Leonard. 13 points in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
They set the screen. Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 11 points for Shammy Wells. And San Antonio shooting reasonably well, 45%. Screened by Parker. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
The kick out to Barnes. Pass to Withy. DJ with it. Leonard picks him up. The shot by Wells, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Mavericks leading by 20. Barea, the pass to DJ. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Laverne comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Leonard. Smith checked in for the Mavericks.
Tell you what, it's really fun watching DJ continue to evolve. I mean, a terrific guy who looks very comfortable doing whatever's asked of him.
Here's Gay. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Count it, good.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Parker outside. With 1 on the clock, and that one comes up a bit short.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison, shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When this balance scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
On the floor for Dallas, Dirk is the 4 with Noel manning the middle. Farrell is out there with Matthews, and it's Cowens in at the small forward position. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Gasol kicks to Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Leonard's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Spurs. Here's Farrell. Now DJ. Pass to Farrell. DJ with it. Leonard's there. Shot clock at 6. Nowitzki for 3. But they'll get another chance. Spurs trail by 20. And Leonard has it in the corner. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
The Maverick shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point.
Yeah, the Mavericks last season were encouraged by their young squad, especially their undrafted free agents. Guys like Yogi Ferrell from Indiana and Seth Curry out of Duke earned minutes and came up big with those minutes.
The Mavericks have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
It's deflected. Now here's DJ. He's covered by Leonard. Farrell passes to Cowens. Nowitzki up top. Trains the 19-footer. Nowitzki's got 11 points. And the Mavericks rebuilding, but still a team that can beat you on any given night, as we saw.
And you know what? They're not planning to miss the playoffs much longer. I mean, a team culture built around playing harder than their opponents, going 15 deep. Not a team to sleep on for sure.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Farrell for three. Green with the rebound.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
Now here's Mills. Defense right on him. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. DJ kicks to Farrell. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Curry's checked in for Dallas. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Kicks it to Leonard. To end the drought. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Farrell passes to Nowitzki. Noel dishes to DJ. Not really his range, and it's off target. Green kicks to Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 29 points for Kawhi Leonard.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Aldridge a screen. Mills passes to Leonard. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's DJ. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kawhi Leonard. We see more and more players who can do it all on both ends of the floor. Clark, who's your pick for the most versatile player right now in the league?
Well, for me, it starts with LeBron James. I mean, his passing ability is platinum level. And then you think about his size, athleticism, speed, IQ. All of that is also platinum level. So he's unique in that regard. Draymond Green, because of what he can do defensively in terms of guarding multiple positions. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, the Greek freak, is really unique in his versatility as well.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Mavericks making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Over in the corner, Green. A 3 from Leonard. Knocks down the 3 ball. Leonard's got 18 points just in the second half.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And he drains the 3. Good-looking shot there from Cowens. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Aldridge a screen. Now here's Mills. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. A putback, It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Dallas leading by 18. Farrell kicks to DJ. Curry dishes to DJ. Back to Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. DJ sets the screen for Noel. DJ kicks to Curry. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 5th in steals, 8th in scoring, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. DJ passes to Barnes. The dish to Curry. Now here's DJ. He's covered by Gay. DJ kicks to Barnes. Over Ginobili. Barnes can't get it to go.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause a miss.
Mavericks leading by 14. Smith inside. He's covered by Gay. Curry on the wing. DJ dishes to Curry. They set the pick. Noel, a screen on Ginobili. Here's Curry with the tip. And it's Gay with the rebound. The Spurs shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Leonard kicks to Gay. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. And Dallas with a change here, too. Wells, he's checked in for Curry. Out to the wing. Here's Wells. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Anderson kicks to Parker. Passes it to Ginobili. He feeds it to Gay. Gay is doubled. Here's Laverne, and the lead is down inside single digits.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Barnes passes to Wells. DJ sets the screen for Wells. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Parker dishes to Ginobili. There's the pass to Laverne. Parker double teamed. And Laverne kicks to Ginobili. Gay with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mavericks leading by 7. DJ with it. 20 points for him. Noel passes to Barnes. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Ginobili outside. He dishes it to Parker. Gay right side. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Well, a great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. DJ third.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
Ginobili outside. Back to Parker. Anderson the screen. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Here's Gay. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Wells.
And Gay isn't easy to tie up, using his length and muscle to kind of power through the defense.
Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
Parker with it. Now guarded by DJ. Laverne dishes to Gay. That shot off, and the Mavericks going the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
And you know, Greg, defense is a mindset, and they did not have that mentality that game, and the turnovers were a problem as well.
Parker up top, covered by Smith. Double team on Parker. There's the triple. Another miss by Gay.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Out to the right wing. DJ kicks to Barnes. Stolen by Anderson. Over Barnes. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Anderson's got his second basket of the night. Dallas leading by 7. Here's Cowens. Barnes. It's good on the putback.
Barnes is strong and athletic, aggressive on the glass, not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Ginobili outside. He kicks to Parker. From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
And you like watching Wells looking so focused on defense. I mean, I think he's got the ability to be a good defender when and if he wants to be.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1,001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive or pass, whatever you got.
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is...
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Manu Ginobili. Then for the Mavericks, Nerlens Noel checks in for Harrison Barnes. DJ comes in for Wells. And Farrell subbed in for J.J. Barea. They've got Anderson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Parker. And it's Mills in at the point guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Man, what determination from DJ would not be denied. Love how he forces his way through.
And the Spurs with some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Green in for Tony Parker. Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it.
Noel passes to Nowitzki. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Spurs trail by 13. Mills dishes to Gasol. Aldridge against Nowitzki. Outside Leonard. Launches a three. And it's Cowens with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Nowitzki kicks to DJ. Nowitzki a screen. To the inside. Feeds it to Noel. Count that one. Noel's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I really like to see Noel looking for his offense, not making anything easy on the defense. Don't let him off the hook, Noel.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Dishes it to Leonard. Over DJ. Up again. And Gasol able to finish.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Right side Aldridge. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Cowens. And Noel kicks to Farrell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Inside. Charity stripe shot. Mavericks with the rebound. DJ's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Farrell. Leonard with the steal. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Wasted no time on that one.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Dallas leading by 11. Mills with the steal. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And the lead is down inside single digits. Aldridge has got 11 points here in just the second half. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Farrell passes to Cowens. The feed to Noel. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Noel's got 8 here in the quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Mavericks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
Guys, with them having dropped 3 straight games in this season series, they had to put together a full effort tonight. Big win in their final contest of the year against San Antonio.
I think one of the keys that helped them tonight was the big-time performance for DJ.
And the ball movement, exquisite, incredible. I mean, dime dropping all over the place all game long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Laverne, he's checked in for Aldridge. Anderson comes in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Danny Green. Wells, he's checked in for Yogi Ferrell.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody. And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back in my mind, like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
DJ dishes to Barea. Pass to Noel. That one goes in.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
Here's Anderson. Offline.
Really admire the energy of DJ, exerting a ton of it on the defensive end. He's got a grit and grind mentality, and you've got to have that to defend well.
DJ, great game.
Char?
The guys back in the studio want to do an interview with you.
Nice.
Hey, this is Shaq, and just like I called, you went for another double-double. How are you able to get this offense in the flow so easily?
Shaq, I don't think I did anything, to be honest. I mean, this team is just so talented, and we just keep that ball hopping around that I just make the easy pass, and then they take it from there. It's really incredible to watch at times, and I'm just happy that we were able to get that win.
Wow, such a class act.
DJ, you're up next. Let's go.
Okay, you got it.
Remember, DJ, keep it simple.
I got this, Hannah.
DJ, you were really locked in defensively tonight.
Yeah, it felt that way. It felt like I was a step ahead all night.
Is that anything coach has changed? Or something having to do with your teammates?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. Yeah. So we're good? Thank you, everybody.
Check out his highlight.
Yo, DJ, where you been, man? Let's get this thing
You look great.
poppin'.
Let's get in there and raid this Gator.
Let's do it.
Hey, somebody order a hot property? Look at this
Hey,
guy.
man, DJ, nice to meet you.
Oh, I know exactly who you are, sir. Longtime fan.
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing?
I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to sit down with us today.
Yeah, man, thanks for having us, truly.
We're happy to do it.
Mango Extremo?
Hey, you know I keeps it real fruity.
It
you
is
feel me?
Extremo, right?
Hey, too fresh.
Well, look, it's just great to be able to sit down and talk face to face because, you know, our product is going into your body. It's really important to us to be able to get a read on the people that we want to work with.
I'm an open book, man. Read away.
Yes, he is. And just to be clear, Crystal, all cards on the table here. We are talking to a lot of other brands.
Oh, of course. I mean, we'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, well, including a lot of your competitors in the athletic replenishment space.
He means other drinks.
I'm well versed in agent speak.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, you've seen how swiftly DJ's profile has grown in a very short amount of time.
Of course, you're killing it, man. I mean, you kill it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
He does. Look, we just want to stress that if we decide to sign, that DJ is going to be an asset, a sought-after asset, by any of the brands that he partners with.
Look, that's why we brought you in, DJ. We love what you're doing, and we think that if the feeling's mutual, then maybe we can come up with a deal that benefits the both of us.
Man, that sounds good to me.
Yes, exactly. That sounds great. Don't take too long coming up with that deal.
Thanks. Look, we'll keep talking.
PG-13, man.
Yo,
what's
up,
good,
man?
baby?
Who are you?
I'm DJ.
Ah, you the up-and-coming cat Brian was talking
yeah, you
about.
better believe it, bro.
Your
You
game
better
like that?
Hey, man, I'm a huge fan of yours. Hey, but bro, those shoes.
Yeah, the PG
fire,
was right
man.
there.
Look, man, I'm trying to get on your level, man.
You keep working, you'll be the next one to have your own sneakers.
Trying to put some headphones, maybe some turntables
Some
on the side.
turntables,
You
huh?
feel me?
Hey, don't get cross, because we ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean?
You got jokes,
I got
man.
a couple.
Hey, so I'm trying to go fishing with you, bro.
Let's go, man. Hey, we'll just have a fellas trip. No phones, no nothing. Me and you on the lake.
Word?
Vibe out.
All right, man. That sounds good. That's a bet, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to
Good
see
seeing
you.
you.